Hello friends, it's me Tyler with Wandering Divine. Hope everybody had a great week. As promised, I'm here with a new themed deck for the month of October. And although this is not really the path that I'm drawn to, I thought it might be kind of fun to check out an oracle deck that would be a little bit more of a spooky themed deck. So I actually was lent this deck by a friend of mine, Karin from Rune Guidance of the Norse. She's also a diviner and a healer. And so this deck is the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards. And forgive me if I'm saying the names of the authors wrong, or the producers, I don't know. Barbara Michael John Free and Flavia Kate Peters. And the illustrations are done by Richard Crooks. So just at first glance, like just looking at the cover, personally it doesn't seem like something that I would ever use, like I said, or if I haven't said, I'm not on a witchy path. I don't really resonate with those things a lot. And, you know, so somebody might say, all right, Tyler, so if you don't resonate with it, why are you using it? And my response is, I think it would be always a good idea to keep ourselves well-rounded, to consider the opposite of what one might do in order to grow. So if nothing else, maybe I'll get a refreshed perspective, which I feel is very, very important on our path, right? So it's a 48 cards in Guidebook set, and the little blurb on the back just says, do you sense anticipation at the prospect of re-engaging with the wisdoms of the old ways? Each card will speak to you of methods, spells, and magic that connects you with the elements, mystical realms, and spirit to bring about a more powerful sense of positivity and change in your life. These cards can be used by a seasoned witch or one who is dabbling in the path of the wise. Venture down this magical avenue and draw upon ancient wisdom that is still relevant today. And just some of the features that it lists on the back, if you're not familiar. So this oracle contains 48 cards full of the potency and magic of the craft. Key focus words, a detailed guidebook on how to use the information, sample spreads, easy to remember and repeat invocations, a detailed reading, and factual information about each tool and more. So I don't know exactly what that means, but I think we should just get on with it, unbox the deck, and see what it has to offer. Okay, so we've got the little guidebook, and you have a photo of the authors on the back. I'm not going to read their descriptions. That's up to you if you're interested in delving into exploring this deck a little bit more. You can read about the authors. I'll just let you. I'll put their names in the description, and you can check them out. So it's just got a black and white photo of each card. It seems that each of the different cards they start out with some sort of spell or some sort of, like they said, invocation, and then it goes into, so it's giving three different options for interpretation. So I think that's pretty cool. So it says the Witch's Wisdom, Foresight, and Homeland revealed is this card. So it's revealing the nature of this card, which is Homeland. So this one, Litha, is going to have the Witch's Wisdom, Witch's Foresight, and Litha revealed. So it seems that they're talking about each of the different aspects of what the authors feel are important to their spiritual path. So this is not something, I gotta say it again, this is not something that I would do personally. This is not really my thing, so to speak. So the backs of the cards are pretty cool. I mean, some people are very uncomfortable with this symbol of the pentagram. Um, I don't resonate with it, but it is a symbol that is talking about the currents of energy and the elements of our lives. You know, if you look at it that way, it's used in Chinese medicine too, just not with such a witchy connotation. So so right off the bat, like these cards are kind of flimsy. I don't I don't like flimsy cards. It's kind of like I feel like I'm playing with a slinky, and I mean this is maybe it's because there's not many, but yeah, it reminds me of like a slinky. Maybe it's the silvery side, which I do like that part about it, I guess. So each of the illustrations that I'm seeing here they're pretty, you know. So you've got the hearth, water, different things going on. Oh, Book of Shadows, the moon. So it's a very Wiccan theme deck, and beautiful illustrations. But it seems that they're kind of basic in the same right, you know, in the same sentence. Well, this one's cool. It's the tarot cards card. So it's talking about using tarot cards for guidance, which I think is pretty interesting. That they're gonna have a card for cards in a card deck. So yeah, I guess we could like really quickly get into just picking a card and seeing what it's all about. Oh, I feel a little uncomfortable with this, but that's just my personal thing. You might really resonate with this deck, and so I want to give it a chance, at least for a few days, if not for the rest of the month of October. We'll see where this goes. So the card that came up is Chalice. And let's see, it says that the message that it brings is one of fulfillment. So let's see what this card says in the description. I'm not really familiar with it yet. So, Chalice, fulfillment. You seek it here, you seek it there. You are sure you have searched everywhere. Look no further than inside. It's here the magic doth reside. This magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be, there it is done. So that's pretty nice. You know, it has like a rhyming spell, poem, whatever you want to call it. I think it's pretty cool. And it seems to be like pretty uplifting. It's not like it's saying, oh, your life sucks, you know. So the witch's wisdom. You have a deep thirst to connect with the magic of the old ways. The overflowing desire to remember and awaken runs through your veins and speaks to your very soul. Your quest has led you to scour the pages of books in order to learn of ritual, spells, properties of herbs, and the traditional ways of yesteryear. The idea of covens to be initiated into the power of a group of like-hearted others stirs your interests, and yet your natural solitary side encourages you to step away from the views and opinions of others, to take your own path towards that which you seek. Drink from the chalice that stands before you, for your search is almost over. Instead of seeking all that you require elsewhere, Chalice shows you that the fulfillment you seek is, and always has been, inside you. You are the one true vessel that is waiting to be filled. Now drink. I like that. I thought it was going to be a little bit more hokey, but it actually has some wisdom to it. And, you know, I guess it's up to each of us to decide how it resonates. So if you'd like, leave a comment and share if that's how you feel at this point in your life. The witch's foresight for this card, the chalice. Your search is a form of procrastination. Be open to spirit and follow your intuition. You're nearly there, don't quit. Something that has been missing will turn up. You will receive an unexpected visitor. work with the element of water. Check in with your emotions, drink more water. So I kind of like that. They took into account the symbol of a chalice, and of course it could literally be as simple and as straightforward as your guidance system is telling you drink more water. I like that practicality, and it seems that, or let me say, going into reading this or checking out this deck, I thought it was going to be a little bit impractical, and it seems that just from that, the Witch's Foresight, which is probably supposed to be the more practical side, I'm glad. I'm glad that there is something a little bit more grounded, and it's not all this conceptual stuff going on that people are trying to fit into a coven and just basically pandering or catering to one specific path and lifestyle, So I really like that. So talking about my search as a form of procrastination, I can relate to that personally, and I'm sure that most of us are relating to that right now. If you're on social media trying to read something about or watch somebody read an oracle deck, you might be procrastinating. But if you want, you can keep watching so that we can look into this a little bit deeper. So the third heading, Chalice Revealed. The chalice represents water and is one of the 4 elemental tools that a witch uses. A symbol of unity of the coven, it is passed around the circle to drink of blessed water or wine during ritual. Associated with the moon and the goddess, the name chalice stems back to the legend of the Holy Grail. But goblets have been used in ritual for thousands of years. I've got to say, this card has kind of turned me around a little bit with this deck, but I'm going to still be myself. I'm going to still have my wits about me and decide how I feel about it as I go. I really like the idea that they had the grounded message, and I'm appreciating the sharing, the education that the authors are putting out there for people who might be interested in their path. And although I'm not particularly called to that path, I do appreciate it, and I appreciate their point of view of this object that is sacred to them. And it is true, goblets have been used in ritual for thousands of years. That can be seen in cultures all around the world. So I really like this card. It is kind of pretty. Yeah, I like the stars. If you know me, you know that I love twinkly stuff. I love it. So I like the little stars and stuff. Yeah, it has like the little pentagram going on there. And yeah, so it's flimsy, y'all. But it's okay. It's about the wisdom, right? It's about substance, not style. And I guess it's really interesting how on the physical level it might lack actual physical substance, but to somebody who's seeking wisdom, it has some substance to it. It's not something that is just so light and fluffy, right? So I think we can just take a few moments to check out maybe 2 or 3 more cards and see. So this one, the Fire card, its message is passion, and you can see that this person with some like flowy clothing is dancing around, and surrounded by flames, of course, which is don't try this at home type of a situation. There's a lot going on there. There are little like CG type of graphics. I don't know if you're gonna be able to find it from the camera that I'm using, but like little things, like little squigglies that are in the flame that are not fire colored, and I'm wondering like maybe that's to kind of introduce some intuitive messages for the reader or for the person who's using this deck. Okay, so this is like something straight out of Charmed, y'all. The card's name is Ritual, and it is a message of invocation. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm willing to learn what that means. I'm willing to take a moment and figure that out. So perhaps we'll draw this card sometime during the month, and we will get a peek into what its meaning is. I'm not going to look at it today because this will be a 3-hour long video if I look at every card. But it's really pretty too. A lot of, kind of starbursty stuff going on around. It's cool because it's very, it seems to me like it's talking about coming together in unity to bring energy forth, to be able to accomplish some sort of common goal. And I think that unity is something that we all need to be aware of and invite into our lives. So the imagery is very Wiccan, as with everything else I've seen in this deck so far. Let's check out one more. Ooh, this is pretty. This card is Yule. So that is I believe one of the major holy days or feast days or holidays for people who practice Wicca. And its theme is rebirth. And I feel that it's very interesting. I get like a little chill when I think of that, so that's very nice. There's like little snowflakes bordering the image. Oh yeah. And just, I don't know, I'm a little concerned about this fire with all these trees around. Like, I know it's winter time, but yeah, that doesn't look like a happy situation coming. Yeah, but there's, it seems that all of them are gonna have these like little sparkles, and there's the little Yule tree. I don't know what they call it in that tradition, but I will respectfully look it up. And I just really like the idea. Oh, you even see the sun coming out. It's like a really bright image of a sun, and I feel like that's probably tied into the theme of Yule as well. And so it's pretty. For me, because I'm not on that path, I don't feel that I'm going to be able to really understand the imagery and the messages that the authors are trying to convey through it. However, thank God for a guidebook. Thank God for a guidebook. Because I will be, once again, relying heavily on that through the month. So, I think that's it for this little session, this little unboxing and review session of the Witch's Wisdom Oracle card deck. And yeah, I guess we're going to go full steam ahead with it. Be on the lookout for midweek, beginning of the week, weekend messages from this oracle. At least for 1 week, I'm going to give it a try, see how I feel, and if not, through till Halloween. Yeah. So I'm really open. If you have a point of view about this path, if you have some insights to share about the imagery that we've gone over, about some of the themes of this card deck, I would really like to hear what you have to say. So please go ahead and leave a comment and share your point of view. It's good to get a conversation going, and this is something that I could benefit from learning about a little bit, because it always is good to have a healthy and well-rounded point of view. Okay, well, thank you all for taking a moment to check in, to watch this little video of me reviewing this Oracle card deck. I hope that everybody has a wonderful rest of the weekend, and I'm looking forward to sharing some messages in the week to come. Whatever you choose to do, I hope you have a wonderful time. Take care, okay?